Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel.
If you're new here, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because you won't want to miss any of the amazing stories we bring every week. Today's video dives into one of the most powerful and low-key families in Asia, a family whose real estate empire helped shape Singapore's skyline and whose legacy stretches across generations. Yup, we're talking about the richest family in Singapore, the incredible NG family. Let's get right into it. 1. Humble beginning. Our journey starts in the early 20th century with a young boy named NG Teng Fong. Born in 1928 in Pushan, China, NG migrated to Singapore at a time when the country was still recovering from the impacts of war and colonization. His father owned a soy sauce business, not a glamorous start by any means. But this young man would one day become known as the King of Orchard Road. With no formal education, NG Teng Fong learned about hard work the old-fashioned way, by doing it. He began helping his father at a young age, then moved into property deals with a deep, instinctual sense of where opportunity lay. Singapore was still developing, and where others saw risk, NG saw possibility. That mindset, of spotting value before the crowd, would become the cornerstone of his empire. 2. Building the foundation. In 1960, NG Teng Fong founded Far East Organization, now the largest privately owned real estate group in Singapore. He began with modest housing developments, reinvesting every profit to grow the business. But NG was never just building houses, he was building neighborhoods. He prioritized human needs: access, convenience, comfort. His projects were known for being practical, affordable, and built with integrity. One of his landmark achievements: he transformed Orchard Road, now Singapore's iconic shopping belt, into a vibrant commercial and residential zone. From small projects to massive shopping malls, NG Teng Fong quietly became the architect of Singapore's modern skyline. 3. Expansion across borders. By the 1970s, NG knew it was time to look beyond Singapore. His sights turned toward Hong Kong, one of Asia's most competitive real estate markets. There, he founded Sino Group, placing it under the leadership of his son, Robert NG. The group flourished, developing high-rise commercial buildings, luxury hotels, and entire housing estates. From Singapore to Hong Kong, the family's footprint was no longer regional, it was international. They now manage over 250 real estate projects across Asia, covering everything from retail to hospitality and industrial sectors. The core principles stayed the same: quality, trust, and long-term value creation. 4. A new generation. When NG Teng Fong passed away in 2010, many expected the empire might falter. But his sons, Robert NG and Philip NG, stepped up with clarity and direction. Robert took charge in Hong Kong through Sino Group, while Philip helmed Far East Organization in Singapore. Instead of playing it safe, they pushed boundaries. Philip introduced smart living concepts, eco-friendly developments, and even ventured into healthcare and education infrastructure. Robert turned Sino Group into one of Hong Kong's most trusted real estate giants, blending traditional design with cutting-edge architecture. The empire didn't shrink after the founder's death, it evolved, strengthened, and expanded. 5. The secrets to their successes. So, how did they do it? What sets the NG family apart from other wealthy dynasties? For starters, they operate under the radar. Despite their immense wealth, they're known for avoiding flashy displays of luxury. They drive modest cars, live in understated homes, and rarely give interviews. Second, they invest patiently. The family prefers buy-and-hold strategies, valuing stability over speculation. Their developments aren't rushed. They focus on timeless design and long-term growth. And finally, their leadership is deeply involved. This isn't a dynasty run from behind a desk. Both Philip and Robert are hands-on, often seen visiting sites, reviewing plans, and personally guiding decisions. It's a family empire, not just a business machine. 6. Lessons from NG Teng Fong. NG Teng Fong's legacy goes far beyond buildings. He lived by a simple philosophy: you don't need to flaunt wealth to prove success. He believed in quiet philanthropy, frugality, and respect. When asked why he didn't live in a mansion, he reportedly said, "You can only sleep in one bed at a time." He instilled in his children not just how to make money, but how to use it wisely and with humility. And these lessons have lived on. Today, Far East Organization operates with the same principles: integrity, purpose, and social impact. 7. Philanthropy and giving back. Despite being billionaires, the NG family doesn't seek publicity for their charity, but their impact is massive. They've funded hospitals, built schools, donated to disaster relief, and supported religious and cultural institutions across Asia. They quietly donated millions to the NG Teng Phong General Hospital, one of Singapore's most advanced medical centers. Their contributions have uplifted communities in Singapore, Hong Kong, China, and beyond. To them, wealth isn't just personal gain, it's a tool for national growth and healing. 8. Influence beyond business. The NG family's power goes far beyond balance sheets and buildings. Over the decades, they've grown into silent influences who help shape the future of cities, the priorities of governments, and the expectations of society. Their developments often serve as models, influencing urban planning standards, zoning policies, and transportation integration. For example, many of their projects are praised for how they blend residential, retail, and public spaces into seamless urban ecosystems. Far East Organization has championed sustainability in construction, pioneering energy-efficient designs and eco-conscious materials in an industry often slow to change. Their projects include green rooftops, natural ventilation systems, and solar-powered solutions. Through their thoughtful architecture and community-driven layouts, they aren't just responding to what cities are, they're helping shape what modern, livable cities should be. And while the NGs rarely speak publicly about their influence, city planners, architects, and even lawmakers take notes. Their footprint isn't just visible in the buildings, it's embedded in the DNA of Singapore's growth story. 9. Family, legacy and continuity. Most multi-generational dynasties struggle with succession, often collapsing under the weight of ego, rivalry, or generational gaps. But the NG family has navigated that path with remarkable discipline and grace. Their legacy isn't just in what they've built, it's in how they've passed it on. Each generation is educated, mentored, and deeply involved in the operations. There's no free pass, no entitlement. Children of the NG family are taught to start from the ground up, learning the business through hands-on experience, not just theory. There's also a strong sense of shared mission within the family. They believe in continuing what their patriarch began, not just replicating it, but evolving it with the times. Internal respect and clear communication have kept the family united. There's a structure in place to ensure that each member contributes meaningfully, guided by the same core values that built the empire in the first place: humility, patience, responsibility, and excellence. It's this rare combination of tradition and adaptability that's allowed the NG legacy to not only survive, but thrive. 10. What's next for the NG dynasty? The story of the NG family is still unfolding, and the next chapter promises to be just as impactful as the last. As the world evolves, so do their ambitions. The family is heavily investing in smart technologies, AI-powered property platforms, and digital infrastructure to modernize the way real estate is designed, sold, and managed. They're also exploring global expansion in markets like Australia, China, and even Europe, focusing on sustainable, future-proof urban projects. Far East Organization is now developing mixed-use spaces tailored for the post-pandemic world, including flexible workspaces, biophilic designs that connect people to nature, and infrastructure that supports mental health and well-being. The younger generation, well-educated and tech-savvy, is stepping in with fresh ideas, backed by the wisdom of their predecessors. This is not a family resting on its past. It's a dynasty preparing for the next 100 years. In a world where wealth often disappears as quickly as it appears, the NG family stands out, not just for what they've built, but for how they continue to build, with vision, discipline, and a future-forward mindset. And that wraps up our deep dive into the incredible journey of Singapore's richest family, a dynasty built on vision, values, and generations of excellence. If you found this story inspiring, let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe for more powerful stories like this one. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious, stay inspired, and stay legendary.